The second problem in 3 dimensions that we're going to do is as follows. PQ is a flagpole of height h. So this distance over here is h. A stay wire PS is inclined to the horizontal at an angle of beta. It is inclined to the horizontal. Remember, that is a horizontal line. R is equidistant from Q and S. That means that those two are equal to each other. We are told that QSR is equal to alpha, and we are told that RQ is equal to X. And clearly if RQ is equal to X, so is RS. So we read our story and okay, you have to take the information and put it on your picture. Let's just quickly look at the diagram in 3D. Essentially, we have a situation here where this is your height, okay? That is your height over there. This is your horizontal plane over here. The stay that's along there is inclined to the horizontal plane at an angle of beta, and that's why that angle over there is going to be beta. And all we've done is taken that 3D shape and flattened it out to get that diagram. The question here is to work out h, all right? Now, h is only going to be in triangle PQS. What do I know about that triangle? Well, we know that this is a perpendicular. That's a 90 degrees over there. But before I can work in that triangle, I have to know one side. And the only side that it's possible to find is QS by working in triangle QSR. Okay, so I'll start off in triangle QSR. I have to decide whether or not I'm going to use the cos rule or the sine rule. Now, in this particular case, you have so much information that you can in fact use either rule. Because that's an isosceles triangle, this angle over here is alpha, and this angle over here is going to be 180 degrees minus 2 alpha, just using 3 angles of a triangle. If we had numbers instead of x, alpha, beta, we could just use either rule and we'd land up with the same answer. But if we want to get an expression that looks like that plus sign, that's an indication that in this sum, I need to find an expression for QS by using the cos rule. So I'm going to say in this triangle QRS that QS squared is equal to, remember you use your side, your included angle and your side. QS squared is x squared plus x squared minus 2 times x times cos of the included angle. X squared plus x squared is 2x squared. X times 2 minus 2x squared. And cos of 180 minus 2 alpha, now you've got to use your reduction formula. 180 minus 2 alpha, what quadrant? Second. What sign? Negative. What axis? X. What ratio? It stays the same. So here I have a common factor of 2x squared. Goes into itself once. Minus times a minus is going to give me a plus cos of 2 alpha. That is the value for QS squared. So QS is just going to be the square root of this. I can take the square root of the x squared. It's going to give me an x. And then the 2 multiplied by the 1 plus 2 plus cos 2 alpha stays under the root sign like that. I have accomplished the first part of my problem. I have found QS, and now I want to work in triangle PQS. Triangle PQS is a right angle triangle, and so I'm rather going to use one of my trig ratios. I want my opposite, I have my adjacent. So I'm going to say that tan of beta is equal to my opposite over my adjacent. This simply means that QS times tan of beta is going to equal H. In other words, H is equal to, I go back and see what I had worked out for QS. That's this expression over here. And I'm going to replace QS with that expression. And so H is equal to x times the square root of 2 bracket 1 plus cos 2 alpha multiplied by tan of beta. And if you want to make it look exactly the same as what they asked us, obviously it doesn't matter in which order you multiply. So x tan beta is the square root of 2, 1 plus cos 2 alpha, and we finished. Again, in the sum, they've given us some numerical values. We are given that x is equal to 2,58, alpha is equal to 58 degrees, and beta is equal to 64. So just find h. It's a straight substitution. Instead of an x, I write 2,58. Instead of a beta, I write 64. Instead of an alpha, I write 58. And now it's just calculator work. So we have 2,58 multiplied by tan of 64. Please just remember always when you're typing it into your calculator to close your brackets. Multiplied by the square root of 2 open bracket 1 plus cos of 2 times 58, close your bracket and close another bracket, equals, and our answer is 5,61. Again, our units of measurements are meter. Right.